What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. You better stay safe and check your tire tread depth with these. Alright, so here is a 2-pack of tire depth gauges. So as you drive, your tires will wear out, and when you get to a certain depth of the tread left, it starts to become kind of dangerous. You can start hydroplaning. Might be really good for traction because race cars have slicks, but in the real world, anything from rain, snow, ice, that type of thing, it's really, really bad. Your tires just won't grip the road. So a lot of people would usually check that depth with like a penny, and you didn't want it touching Lincoln's head if you kind of put the top of the penny into the tread. But these are much more exact, and especially if you're buying a used car or something like this, it's good to check to see how much tread depth is left, to see how safe it is and when you're going to need to replace your tires. Now, this little tire gauge here has a little plastic flange. It has a little plunger here with a flat metal rod. It actually has a clip, so you can clip it to something. And then it has a little depth gauge right there. You might not be able to see it, but it says it's all marked in 30 seconds, and because that's a very small unit of measure, they kind of go down sequentially around. They kind of spiral around there, so you can actually read the numbers. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to get them on one panel. And then you would push this to be level with the outer portion of the tread. And then you would push this so that it would extend this little pin into the valley between the treads, and that will tell you basically how much depth you have. Now, you can see here, if you don't have a lot of tread left, what you'll see is you'll start to get into the yellow or even the red range, and I can tell you that is not a lot of tread. If you're starting to see red, that means get your tires replaced. So let's just try it out. I have some tires that are suspiciously close to needing to be replaced. So I want to show you the tire tread depths on these two cars here, and we'll start with the Porsche here. And most new tires will come with about 11-30 seconds of tire tread depth, which would be right about here. And so if I just push that to 11-30 seconds, what you'll notice here is that that pin sticks out that far, and because these tires are not new, it should push that up. Now, if you have depth in the green, I think you're okay. So if I put this in here, you can see we're gonna have to push it down to meet the tire right there. But it's showing me, I've got about 8-30 seconds. So I'm in the green here, still pretty good. Now, what I would say is that you can see here, it gets to the yellow at about, 6-30 seconds. And then when you get to about 2-30 seconds, you want to make sure that you replace it because that's going to put you in the red. Now, my problem is here, I'm going to go ahead and reset, and I'm going to show you the tire tread depth on these tires. And this is a rear-wheel drive car most of the time. So I will push it flush there, and we'll pull it out, and what you might be able to see there is we're in the yellow already, and that looks to me like we are at 4 or 5-30 seconds. So while maybe not totally unsafe, that is why I have ordered new tires for this car, because I don't want to be driving on this now that I'll probably be driving this car more. So that's how you use this tire gauge. It's really great, and like I said, it was only about $5 for a 2-pack of these, so you can definitely have a couple of these, throw one in your garage, throw one in your glove box, but they are really, really handy to have around. And if you're going to go out and buy a used car, I would take one with you. Just check the tires and make sure they are in a good enough condition to drive on. So that's it. I will put a link to these in the description below. Peter Von Panda, out.